So, new glasses day for me, new technology review day for you. Fog is a matter of life these days. It's always been an age-old problem, but now with wearing masks or breathing up into your glasses and your face all day long, fogging is the prevalent issue. It's what everybody is asking about, it's what everybody is talking about. So, one of the lens vendors I work with reached out and said, hey, we've got this new anti-fog treatment for lenses. It's not something you put on, it's made into the lenses when they're made at the factory. So something a little bit different. This is permanently applied. The way this works is the coating and the treatment are all made. They use a final top layer that is hydrophilic. What hydrophilic means is water likes the surface. Yay, right? But that's a good thing in this case. So instead of beating up and really making a mess of your lens when moisture hits it. By the way, that's what causes fogging. It's a million little microbeads across the surface of the lens, boom, white out. It's just an instant diffuser. So what the hydrophilic does different, it makes the water sheet instead of bead up on the surface of the lens. This has some negatives, so don't think this is the magic silver bullet to fogging. It's the greatest thing in the world. It's good, and it is a damn good coating as far as anti-fogging goes. Right off, you'll notice the reflections are a good bit stronger on these than what they are on most of my lenses. It's not quite as crisp and clear as what I would like to see for a lens coating. Again, I am just one of these picky people. It's the little bitty things that drive me absolutely nuts. I am not a huge fan of the appearance of this coating. As far as the function of it, hands down, it blows my mind. The way this works, and I don't even know if you can see this on camera. Yeah, zero difference. The way this actually looks in person, you can see that micro layer of moisture builds up on the surface of the lens straight across, really at a molecular level. It changes the reflectance appearance, so we know there's another layer film being added to it because it turns this from a green to a red, which means there is more material there. It's kind of like magic, right? It makes this super fine, super thin layer that's at such a level, it looks like it's part of the glasses. You don't even see it looking out. The difference is non-existent, really. But again, I'm not a huge fan of the reflectiveness of this coating. It is still a good anti-reflective coating. I don't see it from my end cosmetically. It's just me being picky. It's not as cosmetically clear as I would like it to be. Wearing, looking out, it's fine. It's perfect. I'm just that picky. Now, as far as the way this works, it is a little bit different. Now, I've talked before about anti-fog coatings that you put on the glasses that last about a day or so. This, again, is bonded to the surface of the lens, but it does still have to be reactivated, and that's where they send their little handy-dandy magic cloth. I don't know what the deal is here. It does have some sort of chemical activator in it that when used to clean these, reactivates and really ramps up that hydrophilic property of the lenses. And in my experiences so far, I've had these right about a week or so, maybe a little bit longer, somewhere in that ballpark. But it lasts for about a day, a little bit longer, before you can start to see some fading of the properties. And the way that works, it doesn't really fade away to where they don't fog up anymore. You can just see the moisture. It doesn't spread quite as evenly across the surface of the lens. It doesn't work quite as well, but still works really well even after a day or two. That kind of impressed me. The big drawback here, I mentioned earlier, there's a drawback. There's always a drawback with these kinds of things, right? So because it is hydrophilic, it is not hydrophobic. That means water wants to stick to it rather than go away. But because it sheets, it does still go away very nicely when it's a fine mist. Water droplets tend to stick around, oil tends to stick around, and that is kind of where the problem lies. They can be very smudgy, they can be very hard to get nice and crisp and clear and clean. So there's the drawback. Do you want your glasses clean or do you want them foggy? It's a tough call for me. I can't pick one. I think I would vote for crisp, clean, clear, not quite as reflective. And of course, what I mean by that, and probably some of my other videos, you see the green glasses, the ones that I am always asked, do you even wear glasses? Do those have prescription in them? Yes, yes they do. So yeah, you can see it. If we get it at the right angle, it's there, but it is nothing like the amount of reflections on the other lenses. And of course, the crispness, the clarity, the really nice, it just doesn't look like there's something in front of your face that I like to see is there. It is not in the anti-fog one. So it's out there, it's available. I absolutely recommend it if you're having to wear a mask all day long and you can't even function because of the fogging. It is a great solution in that case. Overall, not for me, but if you're that person that has to wear the mask all day and your glasses are constantly fogging, definitely do it. Now, if this video helped you out, let me know. And if this is something you've already found and done on your own, definitely drop a comment on your thoughts on the coatings that are offered that do this. Anyways, I will catch you guys next time.